The choir previously employed the phrase, the perfidious Jews, a term established in the liturgy for many years. He asserted that such words would no longer be a part of Catholic worship. This moment signified a notable transformation in recognizing Jewish humanity, with broader implications ahead. The Pope objected to the usage of perfidious, which signifies faithless. He stressed that Christians ought to regard Judaism with respect, rather than disdain. He wished for Jews to be acknowledged as individuals of faith, even if they are not Christians. This action initiated a new chapter of reconciliation between Jews and Christians. This shift ultimately contributed to Vatican II and the 1965 document, Nostra Aetate, which redefined Catholic-Jewish interactions. It repudiated the erroneous notion that Jews collectively bore responsibility for Jesus' death. The document acknowledged Christianity's Jewish roots and celebrated the bond between the two religions. It recognized Judaism's legitimacy as a meaningful connection with God, affirming its significance. Post Nostra Aetate, Roman Catholic initiatives aimed at converting Jews ceased. The Sisters of Sion transitioned from efforts to convert Jews to fostering Christian-Jewish mutual understanding. Catholic representatives engaged in interfaith discussions across the globe. Officials were designated to collaborate with Jewish organizations actively. The Church revised educational materials to remove anti-Judaic and anti-Semitic biases. 25 years later, then Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger reflected on developments in Catholic-Jewish relations. He remarked that dialogue with Judaism intertwines the faith of Abraham with the reality of Jesus Christ. This statement faced immediate backlash once published. Cardinal Ratzinger swiftly clarified his remarks by including two critical words. He adjusted the statement to indicate that dialogue encompasses all believers, emphasizing shared understanding. This clarification removed the imperialistic nuance of the initial wording. This raises a significant dilemma for Christians: how to balance the imperative to witness for Christ and acknowledging Israel's covenant. Can the Church maintain both commitments? This inquiry warrants further exploration. Protestant churches have encountered similar challenges. Lutheran and Calvinist denominations were equally eager and zealous in their attempts to convert Jews. Yet, they also honored Jews as God's chosen people while expressing respect for Judaism. This dual perspective flourished worldwide, though recently the positive aspect has gained more visibility. Protestants have engaged in outreach to Jews for over 50 years now. This movement largely arises from liberal churches embracing contemporary pluralism. Genuine dialogue necessitates mutual openness and influence among all parties involved. Interreligious dialogue requires relinquishing exclusive claims to truth. Christianity has historically maintained exclusivity in its theology, whereas Judaism has adopted a more universally humanistic stance. Many Christians regard Christ as the only route to God and salvation. Early Jewish Christians viewed themselves as true Israel, embodying the fulfilled remnant of Jewish faith. Christians espouse a universalist belief, proposing that Christ's sacrifice was for all humanity. The Church comprises the redeemed from every nation and culture. Embracing Christ does not necessitate joining a particular culture or nation. Christianity introduces Christ to individuals, regardless of their cultural background. Christianity is centered around individual experiences, conveying a unique understanding of God and salvation in Christ. While God is inclusive, He has revealed Himself uniquely through Christ. Christianity asserts that there is one path to heaven that everyone should pursue. This aspect of exclusivity is something Christianity must reconsider for productive dialogue with Judaism. Now, let's turn to the Jewish viewpoint in this discourse. Most Jews perceive Judaism as already embodying the universal theology that Christians seek. There is a single God who inspires all to pursue spiritual and moral awareness. So, where should Jews address their own possible exclusivity? While Christians may concentrate on Christ alone, Jews may consider themselves the sole chosen people, leading to Judaism. This perspective implies that genuine revelation is found solely within Judaism. This viewpoint suggests that all good aspects of Christianity are contained within Judaism. The other elements are considered human constructs influenced by pagan cultures. Jews desire affirmation from Christians regarding the continuing relevance of their covenant with God beyond Jesus. They seek recognition of God's presence in Israel in the present and moving forward. Are Jews willing to adjust their worldview as well? Do Jews acknowledge God's involvement in Jesus' life and the Christian faith? How about in the development and dissemination of Christianity, which many find significant? If Jews perceive Christianity as an error, how does that differ from Christians disregarding the legitimacy of Judaism? How can Jews recognize God's influence within a faith that has historically persecuted them? Is it possible for Jews to separate Christianity's positive contributions from its past transgressions? Religion involves both self-affirmation and self-transcendence. Hillel famously stated, "If I am not for myself, who will be for me? But if I am only for myself, what am I?" Religious communities often emphasize self-affirmation above self-transcendence. Genuine spirituality necessitates a balance of both aspects. Religious individuals strive to comprehend their limited existence within a grand, infinite context. Authentic religion cannot thrive in isolation. It must foster community. Reaching beyond ourselves to connect with others is the essence of living faith. This principle pertains to faith communities just as much as it does to individuals. Creedal communities often slide into exclusivity, which contradicts true religion. This exclusiveness isolates us, resulting in idolatry by constraining our perception of divinity. This restricted viewpoint opposes the openness that characterizes genuine spirituality. Religious traditions must liberate themselves from spiritual narcissism through sincere pluralism. This entails honoring diverse beliefs and being receptive to their influences. Does any tradition genuinely encompass everything there is to grasp about God and humanity? Gaps in Judaism may be complemented by Christian insights, and conversely. Considering humanity's intricacies, varied perspectives enrich our understanding. True pluralism is realized through dialogue and interaction. This does not advocate for a fusion of faiths, but promotes constructive engagement. Since Vatican II, Christian theologians have aimed to cultivate a fresh understanding of Judaism. Meanwhile, Jewish dialogue aspires to form a theology of Christianity, fostering mutual understanding.